Hi everybody, it's time for another book review. I recently read Five Broken Blades by May or Mai Corland. I don't know how to pronounce your first name, my dear. But this is actually the first book on my 25 of 2025. If you don't know, I play games and people put books on my TBR when I lose. And we got 25 books to go through, and this is only the first one, and it's March, and it's fine. This is a epic heist fantasy, I would say. Involves five different sort of assassins who are all being hired to unalive the emperor and being kind of forced to eventually work together. They all start off pretty separately, and then slowly they converge together. We had a very interesting cast. I will say I did enjoy this book overall. I have a longer reading vlog coming out for this. I'll be vlogging all of the 25 of 2025s. I understand why some people really don't like this, and I get it. I do think, and this is coming from someone who loves romance, way too much. There was way too much in this for the plot. Like, every character basically has a romance, and as someone who also has done that in their own books, this just, it didn't feel totally necessary or all that believable, and especially even the queer romance didn't feel believable to me, which is usually like my favorite romance when you have a group of romances, and I'm usually like always rooting for the queer one, but I didn't totally believe this one. So it just, they didn't mesh for me based on like their previous history and traumas and trust issues. It just didn't make sense, but I digress. I did really end up liking the character that I started out not liking that much ended up being one of my favorite characters. So there's a really good transition and arc of characters by the end of this, and I am definitely very invested in reading the sequel. The twist ending, I did call who the traitor was early on, but the rest of it and how they were exactly a traitor, I did not call. So there was pretty decent twists to this, but the story itself does have flaws, but it's still a fun time. Like, if you wanted kind of a Six of Crows, but a little bit more romantic, then this would probably be up your alley. But for me, it was kind of but I'm intrigued at least to see how the rest of the series plays out.